differently from what we expected it to.
Very serious.
Okay? We expected, so we had one thing in mind, Yaneshwari and I, when we designed this conference, that it will be nothing like a particular conference that we attended, which was utter and complete chaos.
You set your mark.
Okay? So we worked very meticulously towards it. And we're happy that one of the things is every speaker I invited said yes. No one turned me down immediately. So I had a conditional yes, of course, but nobody said no. And things happened, people had to back out a little bit. So we have lost actually two sessions that we had planned, and there are many lacunae that will have to be covered up, which will therefore, next conference will have to take a lot of. So we wanted to do literature and Indian games. Okay, there is a lot of Indian games mentioned in our novels, in our movies, in our plays. Okay, my favorite game and my favorite actor starred together in a super hit Tamil film called Adupaliyattam. Okay, which had Rajinikanth as the villain and Kamal Haasan as the hero. Okay, so we wanted to have a session where you would talk about movies, you would talk about film. These are again vehicles of popular culture on whose backs you will need to ride to get our games popularized again once more. Another session we wanted was a session on Ganjipa, which has turned out to be a bit of a jinx. We invited 3 speakers, one of whom developed a spinal problem, one speaker's wife had a heart attack, and one speaker just happened to suffer from a jealous boss. So none of them could come. So somebody was remarking that Ganjipa seems to be a jinx. Okay? So, I think. But nevertheless, we had a roaring session of Ganjipa yesterday evening. So, what could not be spoken about, we managed to play it, and everything that can happen in a game happened. I was accused of cheating on the game.
You cheated.
Then, in the gameplay, as happens, the winning move suddenly changed, and I went on a losing streak, and Riddhi has started going on a winning streak. And she found out that I had a card, and I played it, I'd have won everything, and I deliberately left the card for her. Okay. But then, as you say, there is no greater joy than losing to your own children. The structure and the way the conference developed in the last 2 days, I think, has been very satisfactory. In hindsight is always 20/20. You always realize that you got the best vision after it's over. But Dr. Balamal laid out the conference excellently, laying out the challenges that are there before us in terms of documenting games, in terms of enthusing people to play the games, and the kind of things we need to do. Madam, I've not had a chance to tell you when you were here, but I think all the things that you wanted us to do, InstruSet is in some measure, large or small, doing them all. Okay. Then Yaneshwari Kamath laid out the historical vision based on Devdhar's book and the current condition of awareness of the games. And perhaps in hindsight, I should have put Yaneshwari's talk along with Riddhi and Yogini's talk together, because that would have offered a complete perspective of all the games documented in 1905 and the awareness and attitude towards them a century and a bit later. Vinita Siddhartha also laid out a major vision for of documenting games, reviving games, and importantly taking games to the kind of people who would appreciate them, whether they are old-aged, whether they are special needs, and we need to touch various segments of society. And the whole point of bringing joy into their life, there is no greater joy than a face-to-face interaction with somebody, even if it constitutes of an accusation of cheating. And where it was on the very human, emotional, down-to-earth facet that Vinita spoke about, of using games to bring people together and bridging the past and the present. Then Aman took us to a soaring philosophical level, and no other religion has, or belief system, has laid out its core principles on a single square of paper. So, where you can get a SAM CD, where you can get a 361 square SAM. He gave 2 talks yesterday. The full academic one, where he presented the enormous philosophy in the design of the Golok Dham and Vaishnava games, but also the one, the impromptu one during the game session, when he was trying to explain to us this gigantic 361 square game, which is really 6 games in one, played in Kangra, and the enormous philosophical levels that it teaches you. So one of these things is these now. I'm going to ask them both to please, you are deep reservoirs of knowledge, but the pool of knowledge has to be drunk from. Unless you allow us to read their writings, to watch them on video, that documentation, you need to transmit it to another generation. There is more to games than the boxed sets that we buy, and we need to know those philosophies, the thinking behind them, and the emotional. She keeps calling me a rock star, right? But look, I can be a star only when I have a rock to stand on. And all of you have been those rocks that you came upon my invitation and you presented talks here and you created this framework with which we can leapfrog. I think the best valediction came from the ICHR Observer when he spoke of this immense distrust with which he received our proposal, and the fact that from this very podium he made, with all of you as witness, the offer that ICHR will collaborate with us. Okay? So, I am very sure that in the next fortnight, I am going to start receiving pictures from Dr. Suresh Kumar. I found this game in this temple in Delhi.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Because nobody is immune to Kriya. Moving from there, the archaeology of games. Now this was really where we began from, and Dr. Dalal, upon my pestering, put together a paper on the archaeology of games, and we managed to include the abstract, and then we managed to lose the entire presentation, and then he sat there in the morning and redid the whole thing from memory. Okay? But he set out an important feature for all of us to consider, which is the dating of the game, and this is important. Now, for example, in the cave at Mandapeshwar, which are both backgammon and Alka. Now, we know from various other sources that backgammon is an early historical game, which at some point in the early history of India vanished. And then Mankala is something that came to us around the 10th century, or maybe a little earlier than that, Mankala and Alka. So the same cave which straddles 2 periods of prosperity in the Konkan, the Indo-Roman period towards the back end, and later the Indo-Arab period, these games bear witness in yet another way to the kind of activities that are going on. And therefore, being able to date these games is also a way of being able to date the society that created them. Then my thanks to the KCR Daughter and to Dr. Tembe Raja Reddy. They were medical doctors, but the kind of thoroughness with which they have worked, if the archaeologists work with that kind of thoroughness, I think Indian archaeology would. Okay? Indian archaeology is somewhere else. Okay? Although Emmanuel, when he was leaving, did say that Kurush was an untiring archaeologist, and he is a little in awe of Kurush. If I have to do a dig with him, I need my energy at a very high level. That's a compliment to you, Dr. Bala. But yes, I guess their medical training really helped. The kind of meticulousness and the kind of carefulness that being a doctor requires, it clearly brought that thing to games. You know, when I was growing up, the social pressure, not from my parents, my mother is right here in the audience, and I can tell you that there was no such pressure. But we've all gone through the social pressure that study, 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 don't play games, you need to become an engineer, you need to become a doctor. In our audience today, we have engineers, we have doctors, we have all united by a love of games and all bringing their scholarship from those fields into all of this. So there is, as they say in Andhra Pradesh, life beyond engineering. Coming to the second day's presentation, Mr. Parthasarathy covered games and management training, and that is something we at Institution are trying to look to create opportunities, given most corporate headquarters are there in Mumbai. And that's a possibility, and the amount and the levels of stress and strain that happen in Bombay, it is very clear that we have to create openings. So we are going to take the lessons of Mr. Parthasarathy forward. And what do I say about these two young upstarts here? What I had to say, I had said. Okay? But honestly, had I had the kind of chances they got today, maybe I'd have been somewhere else, done something else. But so when it was in my place to give them a chance, it would have been criminal of me to deny it. And so I'm thankful to myself for having taken the decision to come here. After which they flew. I mean, they have done things. They've gone and interviewed people. Interviewing 300 people is not easy. I mean, most of them were interviewed through an online form. Keep pestering people, fill the form, fill the form, fill the form. And then the remaining people, they went and knocked at doors. 3 p.m. in the afternoon, go and knock at somebody's door. One slightly sleepy auntie comes out. Auntie, do you play board games? What they say. So, it's a beautiful experience. I'm sure I'm going to carry these stories to your grandchildren along with the games with us. To G.S. Sriranjini and to Dharmendra, the approaches that you have taken towards popularizing games, to spreading them to a vaster audience, we're certainly going to learn and apply those lessons here at InstaSign. I'm going to say very shamelessly that we ran this conference for the sheer selfish purpose of learning from all of you assembled to make InstaSign a stronger team, to bring all those lessons, okay? Because all the hard work that you have spent in all these 25 years, we can't invest those 25 years. So we're going to crunch them in a shorter period, okay? If I say thanks to myself, that would be ridiculous. But to Shri R.T. Singh, I think thank you very much for throwing light on a very interesting personality that nobody was. And I think a lot more is known. Many of these games are now, I suppose, I don't know how much playable they are. That's why I asked you when you try to divide them all. But as I said, some of them are very complex. Some of his Chada games are almost impossible to play now. Uh, when I was trying to read about them, my head exploded. Okay? A similar person in the north, almost his contemporary, another very tragic figure, you might say, Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, not a player of games, but another patron of arts, of Kathak, of analysis. Okay?
He played chess.
So the story goes. I remember seeing this movie, the movie Shatranj Ke Khiladi, and I focused so much on the game of chess, I don't know the plot of the story even. What I noticed was Satyajit Ray's attention to detail, the fact that his chess pieces were Vizianagaram chess pieces, and that was the global standard in 1856. Therefore, he went to great lengths to obtain pieces of that time. Today, we all use the Staunton chess set, which the British developed, and which we all play, and that is now killing our indigenous chess game. One attempt was, if you've seen the exhibit outside, we tried to recreate the Indian chess set in terracotta. So this is the more practical aspect of it. And which is one reason why we also have stalls, because the internal debate was we're going to set up a stall in Vileparle. Good luck, people. Okay. And yet, I think we've had people sitting there and selling out their stuff. So I'm thankful to Manisha and Vaishali when they approached us. So our family is now beginning to expand, we're getting more and more people. Then the next session which they covered in Mankala, Radha and Aparna. Now this is certainly a mysterious game. We quite don't know when it really originated. Was it the Stone Age? Was it the Neolithic? Was it the Paleolithic? Did it really come over to India from Africa in the medieval period? Did it come earlier? Has it always been here? There are a lot of mysteries, a lot of mysteries. And then this very intriguing question of Mankala and Maharashtra, where sadly Mr. Bhosle shows us a lot of Mankalas from the forts of Maharashtra. And yes, the possibility that it could have come with the Siddhi. He was after all from Abyssinia. Was he the reason now Mankala has taken hold in India? Maybe it was with the Maratha armies that went from Jinji to Attak. The armies carry Mankala everywhere, that's how we're playing it. And for some reason, the Maratha soldiers managed to impress Tambra women to play their game. Maybe. Okay? Or I don't know how long it has been around. It is not called Mankala by anybody, for one. That's interesting. You all have different names for it. To Mr. Amit Deshmukh again, we have, so our conference is called Playing to the Past, it's a journey across time. But as Mr. Einstein said, and showed it in his theory of relativity, that there is no separating time from space. I think this intriguing question of the space of gaming is something that we also need to persuade. And and a little of it was touched upon by the people from Ramsons also. When, as they say, over experience, they know now where to look for the game. Which is again the understanding of the use of space. And certain spaces are high yielding, you know where to look, and certain spaces are not that predictable. Right? Although, of course, no one expects to be on the ceiling. And he seems to have a magical eye for spotting games. So the space question is going to again take us down future angles, because again in Khelia we'll have to go back and look at where these games are formed and how they relate to the overall context of the place. And therefore, what games should be found where? Okay. Finally, I think Sophie Ahmed took us through a journey of this personal joy in playing games, playing them with children of different conditions, of playing them with artisans, of encouraging artisans to play these games. So I think this entire the design of this conference has fallen into place. It has felt chaotic at times. People exceed their time almost all the time, including myself in this very same valedictory address. Okay? But as we never realize how time passes when we play games, I think we didn't realize how time passed, and now I am at the end of it. And if I'm to stop, if I'm not to start crying, I think I should hand it over to Dr. Jadara.
So, there is good news and there is bad news. The bad news is that I have the mic. The good news is that the vadas should not be allowed to get cold. So we will hurry this up. Okay? So, let's be very honest. It's always a difficult thing to do a vote of thanks at the end of a conference like this, where we all got together, we don't really want it to end. But, like all things have a beginning, they also have an end. Well, it doesn't have to be final, there can be more beginnings, and there can be many more endings, and every ending can be the beginning of something good. Now, there are a lot of people to thank, and Ramesh has been very nice and already printed a vote of thanks. So for all of your years, since you all have the vote of thanks, I don't really have to read out an entire vote of thanks. You can read it for yourselves. But there are people who need to be thanked, and I have to thank the speakers for coming here, for agreeing to come here at the drop of a hat. Not really, most of you are not really knowing us before, not knowing how genuine we were, or as the gentleman from the ICHR said, we might have been some fraud NGO, right? So, thank you very much for coming here. Thank you very much for sharing your personal journeys with us. Thank you for showing us how you managed to do what you all have done and making our journey that much shorter, as Ramesh has already put it. There are a lot of important people, apart from the speakers and amongst the speakers, who need to be thanked by name. We must thank Dr. Radha Sinha. Radha's enthusiasm to have us play Asian Games and to have us do the Asian Games two-day event at the CMS, and Ms. Mukta Karni, who was the director of CMS, very enthusiastically agreeing, and all our students agreed to participate in it, was the genesis of what became this conference. It was at the end of that two-day event that we decided that yes, there was so much more we could do, there were so many people we read about, and there were so many people we could invite. So definitely have to thank Radha for that. Apart from the staff of CMS and all the people at CMS who did this, the next big thanks are to Sophie and Dr. Balambal, who just impromptu came to our Asian Games celebrations.
Please mention institution of CMS.
We haven't yet got to institutions part of it. So Sophie just decided to call me, and when I didn't take her call, wrote an extremely long SMS to me. I don't know if she remembers that. It was an extremely long SMS. I decided, no, it was not 2 lines, it was 2 very long lines then. I lost my phone, otherwise I would have shared it with you on the screen. I decided that it was easier to talk to Sophie after that, rather than read through her SMS. So Sophie came over and shared a lot of things with us. And not only did Sophie share things with us, we also had Dr. Madhav who flew down from Chennai just to be with us because so. And Vinita also coming down because they were so surprised that we were doing something of this kind in Bombay. Now, why this surprise? Why did they come down? And the reason for this is very simple. I want you to understand this. India has a long tradition of Asian Games, we all know that. There have been tons and tons of people who've spoken about Asian Games in India, who've written about them. But sadly, very, very few conferences, symposia, or workshops on Asian Games take place in India. We've had a number of people talk about going to the Games Colloquium, to various places in the world where it's held. how many people have thought that there would be games for local in India, that they would attend? As Ramesh said in the beginning, we can't afford to go there, so we decided to bring it here. We are going to have our own. So we hope this is the beginning of something like that, and for which I have a lot of people to thank, especially the India Studies Center Trust, for making this possible, for giving this colloquium a platform. It was Dr. Karnik, Mr. Karnik, Samuel, the trustees, the well-wishers, and all the student volunteers of the India Studies Center Trust who really put their backs to the grindstone and made this happen. There are too many people to just keep listing over here. I don't know where I would stop. Daneshwari for being very staunchly at Ramesh's side throughout this whole thing. Thank you, Ramesh. Aparna, for being rather quiet but definitely growing. Yogini and Riddhi, Anana over there, Riddhi, so many people. Sotwal for being the dark horse and quietly coming up with that huge list of different games from the caves at Nasik. Somebody who's not here is sorely missed, Shashank, for making all the posters, designing the book, and he deserves a really huge hand. Because the impact that those posters have had has been pretty huge. So, a lot of people to thank. We need to thank the people at Ashoka Apartments for being so nice to us and taking care of all of us at Ashoka Apartments. I need to thank Shri Yashodhan Deshmukh of Solasa Cafe for the lovely meals that he has given us. He's right there at the back. Thank you, Yashodhan. And for the vadas that we're going to eat in a bit. Okay? Apart from this, I must tell you that we had a minor crisis of financial nature a few months ago. We realized that we did not have adequate funding to pull this off. As usual, we had decided to go big, and oops, there wasn't enough money to go big. So we wrote to the ICHR. Professor Jamkekar was kind enough to put a word in and gave us 3.5 lakh rupees. It was a very good sum, and we thank the ICHR for making this possible, but it wasn't enough. So, various people put their heads together. Ramesh decided to start an online program to bring in funds. And the fundraiser was wildly successful. And I must thank very specifically Dr. Luke Coutinho, who made a huge donation of 2.3 lakh rupees towards this. And Ramesh's personal friends, he just put his hand into his pocket and put out the cash and really kickstarted things. Ankit Bhandari, Gauri Iyer, sitting here in her own right, independently of Ramesh, who also was very keen on helping us out, and we thank her very much for it. Ramesh wants to say something.
Luke sends me a WhatsApp message. How much do you want? What is your shortfall? I said 2,30,000. I thought we'll leave you 10k, 20k, whatever.
Now if you only say 5 lakhs. So,
He didn't say anything. The next day, you look at our bank account, it's there. 2,30,000 by Luke Coutinho.
so majorly eye-popping sums by Luke, Ankit Bhandari, and Mrs. Gauri Iyer. Thank you very much for being there in our time of need. One very important person who hasn't been.
Wait, donors.
I've got the list right
No, we
here.
don't have that. Let's go.
Chalo.
And these are the names of the donors which we have put in the booklet. But then there are 3 donors here who came to the program and then donated. I thank Radha Nirkar for donating 10k for us. You are an old member of Institution and you must give me 501 rupee as a shakun. So he added just 1, 0 to it and donated. Thank you very much. Next, the first time visitor is Meera Ramchandran. Now she has disappeared. She was here till now and she came here and she donated. I'm absolutely, it's much more than money. It makes you feel happy. And I'm really much more thankful to all of our donors for that feeling.
So there's a huge list of people I need to thank. Principal Radha Sela, Mahesh Kalra, Mukta Karni, Hemant Sate, Dhananjay Patil, Jason Kanani, of course Saraf, Lakshmi Iyer, Meenakshi Cruz, Biplav Bilal, Gaurav Rao, Shailesh Susagar, Chitranjan Datta, Suresh Bhosle, Monica Name, Ramesh himself, Asim Bhandari, Monish Shah, Kasturi Jadhav, Karan Paligave, Paresh Redkar, Abhijit Jadhav, Vigneshwari, Kulan Deval, Manjari Manerikar, Amit Bhandari, Vaibhav Karnik, Deepak Gopalakrishnan, and Jose Pereira. Now, this is the least that we can do is take the names over here, and you have to stop interrupting the vote times when it's over.
We have received a donation in the middle of the voter fence. So we have to stop it. This is a stopwatch moment.
Wait, I know the stopwatch. Hold on. So, amongst the various people who have to be thanked, the last person that I've left over here is Arvind Ramesh Prabhu and his staff at the Prabhu Thakre institution. Thank you very, very much. The Prabhu Thakre enthusiastically accepted our proposal, were very, very keen on having us, have given us unstinting and untiring support throughout the whole thing, and they've given us a venue smack bang in the middle of Patla, which we really didn't expect. They've extended all kinds of courtesies to us, and we've been incredibly happy to be here. Thank you very, very much for having us here. Thank you very, very much to Shri Prabodhankar Thakre, whose memory makes all of this possible. Now, to make matters more complicated, the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Smarak Samiti, seeing the kind of work that we're doing, as Ramesh said, in a stop press moment, just given us a donation of 51,000 rupees. So, thank you very, very much. We think of this as seed money towards the next conference. So, at the end of this all, I have to thank the last people involved over here, which is I have to thank all those who attended the conference, all those who picked up stalls, all those who volunteered, all those who helped out, and all of those who made this conference what it was. Thank you very, very much. And I'm going to introduce myself. Alia Jat Christ, the die is cast. Vadas, let there be vadas.
Board games and some traditional board games at this campus.
Yes, yeah.
I have several Kedoya people with me. I have Prashant Karan, is he there?
Prashant Karan is in the back hiding somewhere.
Prashant Karan is also there. So we are going to do it here also. Do I have your commitment too? Yes. We have to give a commitment to PTKS. I have given already, and I'm inviting you to do some traditional games, board games here in this campus. But they have their sports event in December probably. And another idea of Yashodhan Deshmukh, he has had before. But his idea was to have a croquet session, marble session, one day after rains maybe around Ganpati. That would be fabulous. I'm sure all parlites would join and enjoy. Okay? So that's our commitment from us to you. Okay. So, first Veda's and then Sophie's games. She will display it. Yeah? You will display now. And play Bangala and see all the collection also. Yogi.
Just I think we should make this a regular venue.
Thank you.